Iowa Central Tritons. We're going to watch the second match of the season here in Hodges Fieldhouse. For the commentary duties today, you're listening to Hank Ambrose and my co-commentator, Link Clay. Link, how you doing?
Good, Hank. Let's go for another one today, huh?
Let's get another one. You know, yesterday, great way to start as an Iowa Central Triton men's and women's team. Both got a victory, and now they're going to be going against Graceland University's JV team as well as we look on into the starting lineups for the night. I'm going to have Brownie taken away from me. And we're back after the starting lineup, same starting rotation as we saw yesterday, and it went out really well. I heard you got a little recap for the game yesterday for us, Link. Go on ahead.
Yeah, so yesterday Iowa Central, the ladies opened up the year with a 67-50 victory over Mount Marty JV on Monday night. That was last night. Carly West scored 22 points with several steals, 4 assists, and a block, while Autumn Dextra, Jaden Frank, and Navia Galloway each added 7. So some really good stats already going into this season, Hank.
Yeah, Carly West, you know, I was a little worried because we lost an All-American from this past season. Isabel West led the team in scoring. She was an NJCAA All-American. She went on to play basketball at Murray State now for this season. She could have came back and played her third year here because of the COVID exception, but she decided to move up a level to D1. I tell you what, it was an honor broadcasting for her, but now we're on to the future of the Iowa Central Tritons. Carly West, she took the torch away and had over 20 points in her opening night. Now we're looking in on the first possession. It went to, of course, Graceland University. The Yellow Jackets going to lose that one. 0-0 is your score with 9.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. If you didn't know, folks, women's basketball, we go by quarters, 10 minutes per quarter, as Galloway was in trying to get the offensive board, pass it in to a Yellow Jacket. Haley Crozier now is at the top of the key, going to kick it out to the far side. Crozier finds it down low. That was a nice IQ play. Hit it off the leg of Carly West. It's going to remain with the Yellow Jackets, and they're going to get to inbound the pass.
Kind of the nice thing about the Tritons' defense here is that how aggressive we are. You know, last night we were talking some individual players just hounding the opposing team, and we like to see a good defense in our basketball teams here.
Lots of steals, a lot of blocks yesterday for the women's team. You know, Taylor McKinney, Galloway, Nevaeh Meister, another player that had a whole lot. And, you know, just like the game yesterday, the Tritons have yet to score within a minute into this match. It took them a total of 3 minutes, I believe, before they first got their first bucket. But then they went on a 10-point rally and were up 10-3 before they let up another point. 0-0 is still the score. Shot clock violation. It's going to go back to the Tritons. The freshman point guard going to have it next for the Iowa Central Tritons. She's traveling up the court. Ashley Fountain. Going to pass it out to Carly West.
Oh, it's going to be blocked off there by the Yellow Jackets.
Yeah, Galloway tried to hit Frank out wide, but nice little deflection that time by number 3, Shania White. We're going to...
Sorry, Hank. Go ahead there.
You're good. Just saying, Carly West is with it. She's going to drive, push down the court. Galloway, there goes a foul. Going to call a block against the Iowa Central Tritons. It's going to go for the Yellow Jackets. What'd you have for us, Link?
Oh, I was just going to say, it looked like that ball was going to go right over to Carly West. Hopefully, well, there was going to be a point there, but unfortunately that did not happen there.
Sure, here we go. In transition now. Still looking for the first basket of the contest in under a minute and a half with 8.5 minutes to go in the quarter number 1. Right there. Since a player got stuck, they're going to call a turnover against the Yellow Jackets. Every time there's a jump ball in women's basketball here in the NJCAA, we don't jump for it. We just turn it over to the other opposing side on defense. Carly West with it. She'll swing it out wide. Dykstra for 3. Goes up. Hits off the front of the rim. No good. Get her own rebound. Come back to Galloway. Galloway off the backboard heavy. 0-0. Haley Crozier is with it at the top of the key. Oh, and a steal? Yes, stay in, no. Carly West would have been awarded the steal, but she steps out of bounds.
This is pretty close.
Well, it happens once, more than likely going to happen again, Link. 8 minutes to play in quarter number 1. Yet to see a score. Carly West. Ooh, there's a steal. Going to pass it down to Fountain. Here we go now. Fast break opportunity. Frank going to have to slow one up. Fountain at the top of the key. Dykstra's open. Let's see if she finds her in the corner. Dykstra for 3.
Oh, good.
Near side of the rim, going to be no good for the second time off of the long arc on Dykstra's shot. Crozier. Swing it out wide. This is Graceland JV's first regular season matchup of the season, so not a lot of tape the Tritons could have prepped for them. And there goes the first basket for Nevaeh Galloway. She's going to have an easy layup, lend one right in there for 2 points. Coming down with the block. Galloway got the point, got the block, and now the Triton ladies are in transition. Finds Dykstra wide open off the backboard, 4-0. Something brewing in the tank, Link?
I think so. I think this is just the beginning here, Hank.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Yeah. I'm liking the way I see these girls working with each other here.
Swing it out wide. Dykstra working down low. Carly West is with it. Floats one up off the side of the rim.
Rebounded by Fountain.
And Frank goes down low, throws it up in the air, hits off the backboard, called for a foul. She's going to go to the line for 2. The other freshman in the starting lineup, Jaden Frank. We'll see a substitution. Taylor McKinney will come in. Coming out, Carly West. I got to sit down with Taylor McKinney pregame for the halftime interview, so make sure y'all stick around for that. Is talked about Triton basketball and the road to how she got here and much more.
First basket is good. As is the second.
That'll bring it 6-0 Fountain. Full court press. Tritons didn't run any full court press yesterday. They're going to use it today. Something with how Graceland's varsity probably plays is why the Tritons are running this. Frank is heavy on the hitter. Dykstra. Nice defense. Galloway, who's our center, is going to be at the top of the key. She's coming down. That's her second block. Ball bounces out of bounds. It's going to remain with the Yellow Jackets. The score, 6-0, and another substitution. Fountain to come out, and we'll see Nevaeh Meister come in. Ooh, over the head of Frank. Ooh, hit the ground hard. She appears to be okay. It was Caitlin Smith that had fallen over. We're going to keep playing basketball here, folks. Score 6-0. The Triton ladies in transition. Meister touches the ball for the first time today. Frank out wide for 3. Off the near side of the rim.
Very, very good attempt there. Very close, but just unfortunately a little out.
We're already almost halfway done with the first quarter, Link. What do you have to say so far, my man?
I mean, you know, like I was saying last night, the Tritons just look so good coming into the beginning of this season, despite having the Yellow Jackets just shoot that last score there. It's going to be a 6-2 lead, or score, excuse me, with the Tritons in the lead here. But I have nothing bad to say about these Tritons. They look like they're ready to go.
McKinney's first shot is up. Went for a three-pointer, didn't get it to come down with her. Grace Stewart was awarded with the first basket for the Yellow Jackets, by the way. That made it 6-2, exactly 5 minutes remaining in quarter number 1. The shot is up. Off the back side of the rim, Galloway. Tallest player on the court right now. She got the rebound. Wow, for an aggressive player. That's Caitlin Smith. That's the second time she landed it really awkward in back-to-back positions. It looks like the Yellow Jackets, they're going to take a timeout. We're going to take one with them, folks. We'll be back with more Triton basketball after this short break.
We've all heard the term brain dead. The body is still alive, but the brain shows no function or cognitive ability. Now imagine the opposite. The brain is quite aware of everything that is happening, but the body slowly perishes. You can't speak, you can't eat, you can't move, you can't breathe. Yet all this time, the brain still processes sights, sounds, and logical thought. You literally become a prisoner in your own body. This is ALS, and we need your help to find a cure.
Welcome back, Triton Nation. We're going to get ready to play some more basketball after the first time out called by Graceland JV. Score 6-2. I tell you what, it's looking good so far for the Iowa Central Tritons. They played some superb defense. And, you know, this is a defensive-oriented team. We saw that yesterday, only gave up a total of 50 points when they went up against their regular season home opener. And they looked excellent so far through this one. And now we're going to be going in position of Iowa Central Tritons. We have a new substitution. Carly West, she's going to check back in with Taylor McKinney on the court, Nevaeh Galloway, Nevaeh Meister, and Fountain all on the court. So Frank will get a rest. If you just tuned in the broadcast, folks, welcome. Listen to Hank Ambrose and Link Clay on the coverage of the Iowa Central Tritons.
Good shot there for Galloway. Bringing the score now 8-2. Oh, and we have a steal.
By McKinney. She's going to find a wide-open Carly West. Gets credited with an assist. Carly West goes board. Double digits for the Iowa Central Tritons. That's 10-2 early. Substitution for the Yellow Jackets as well, Brianne Majors. She recently had the ball. Shot in the corner. It's up. Swish. Goes through Caitlin Smith. 10-5. Now, Link, something we saw yesterday in the home opener was the team they had played in Mount Marty. They were a three-point scoring team. They were on fire.
That,
yeah. Something I'd like to see the Tritons do a little better job at is their perimeter defense. It was still okay yesterday, but they did end up at the end of the game give up a lot of three-pointers as that last shot going to make it 12-5. Driving down, they're going to call it travel. If it wasn't a travel, Galloway would have had her third block of the game. She's on fire. Check her out for possible early NJCAA Defensive Player of the Year honors.
Absolutely. I think all of our Triton girls have a lot of potential.
Ashley Fountain now. She'll cross half court, kick it out to Taylor. McKinney jammed up. Going to move to the center. Galloway at the top of the key. Fountain gets double teamed. Going to fake a screen. Carly West now is with it. Nevaeh Meister gets tied around. Pump fake. Shot up.
Oh, man.
Carly West gets the offensive board. Cannot hold on to it. Fountain, the second offensive board in a row. Taylor McKinney finds Fountain in the corner. Here we go. Off the near side of the rim. Perfect transition. That would have been a butterfly effect, Link.
Absolutely. You know, they always say 3 times the charm, but unfortunately in that situation it wasn't.
So 12-5, 2.5 minutes remaining in quarter number 1. Shooting foul against the Iowa Central Tritons. Going to the line is going to be number 33, Melody Allo.
Looks like we're going to get 2 free throws here. Let's see what happens. Her shot is in. Goes shot number 2. It's up and in. 12-7 now the score. We get back to the game. Looks like Ashley Fountain going with the ball to the top of the key. Gonna go right over to Taylor.
Taylor's with it now. She's going to be crossed up. She's going to go to the other end. Nice way to switch the side of the court. Galloway going back to Meister. Carly West in the corner.
Oh, close.
McKinney goes up for the board. Can't come down with it. Here we go now for the Yellow Jack ladies. Stop in transition. Maester with some great defense. Hound dogging in. Galloway gets up there. Man, the defensive presence by Galloway just scares the offensive playmakers away from opposing teams. Maester's last shot, airballed, and a steal against Carly West. Oh, came in for a pickpocket steal, though. I saw that. She's sneaky. She's going to get a few steals this game, as she had a total of 3, I believe, last night. Melody Allo now at the top of the key. She just shot the free throws for the Yellow Jackets. Going outside, Carly West. There's those steals I was talking about. Pushing the court. Here she comes.
It's going to be close.
We have a major substitution. A total of 3 comes out for the Iowa Central Tritons. Checking in, Jade and Frank. I see Autumn. Correction here. Yeah, Autumn Dykstra is on the court. We also see Tessa Grooms. Fountain will stay in, and McKinney will stay in. Score 12-7 with a minute 15 left in quarter number 1. Frank gonna bounce it down low. Working up the court is Fountain. Swinging it outside, McKinney in the corner. She'll shoot. Off the far side of the rim, but Fountain is there. Gets another offensive board. That's her second. Grooms going down. Fadeaway shot is good for the Tritons. 14-7. See here. Head official going to go over, talk with the scorekeeper. Not for sure on the call here. I think there's something with the scoreboard that they needed to get corrected, because they're waiting before they can resume this game. Yeah, it was a shot clock. I see them move it down now. 50-26. 50 seconds with 26 seconds on the shot clock. Here we go now. 14-7, 45 seconds to go. Clock is ticking. If you want to score before the end of the half, before the end of the quarter, you want to do it now.
Ooh, and a nice steal.
Taylor McKinney going to push to Fountain. She's going to go wide.
Oh, still going to be the Triton possession.
McKinney, floater attempt. Off the front side of the rim, cannot keep it. It's going to remain in possession of the Iowa Central Tritons. We have 26 seconds left on the game clock, 18 on the shot clock. Fountain to inbound. Find Taylor, she's open. She'll take a short jumper. She'll make it. 16-7, 20 seconds to go. Nothing on the shot clock. Yellow Jackets can take their time. They are in full court press for the Tritons. Got to pass center the half court by 8 seconds. Shot up by Melody. No good. Offensive board. Jump ball. It's going back to the Iowa Central Tritons with 4.2 left on the clock. They're actually going to call a block before the jump ball, so it's going to stick with the Yellow Jackets. Waiting with it. They're going to say she took too much time to throw it in. 5-second violation goes back to the Tritons. 16-7 with 4 seconds. Going to be a slow roller. Fountain to pick it up. Crosses half court. She's going to find Frank for 3 off the backboard. That's going to be it for the first quarter. 16-7. Link, tell us what you've thought about it so far, my man.
I mean, we're already at it. I don't want to jinx anything. I know we've been talking about that last night, but I think we have a good thing going here. So let's hopefully capitalize on our lead here a little bit more.
Triton defense is stunning. The offense still getting in a groove of things. We're early in the season. We're yet to see a little bit of an improvement on the offensive side of ball, but beginning of the season, you expect some of those things to come to fruition throughout the rest of the season. I tell you what, we're going to take a short break and be back after this short message.
Dear humans, I stand here today not for myself, but for every tail wagger, sloppy kisser, and curtain ninja. I stand here for each one of the thousands of dogs and cats killed in shelters each day, asking you to join our cause and help us make sure every best friend has a chance to meet one of their own. With Best Friends Animal Society leading the charge, and your help, we can save them all.
Welcome back, Triton fans. We're waiting for the girls to resume play here in Hodges Fieldhouse. 16-7 is your score as we're about to get underway here at the start of the second quarter. Put 10 minutes on the clock. If you don't know, folks, we are in Fort Dodge, Iowa, broadcasting inside of Hodges Fieldhouse. If you just joined the broadcast, welcome. We cover all home athletics here on Triton Nation's YouTube channel. For the broadcast tonight, you're listening to myself, Hank Ambrose, on the call with my pal, Link Clay. Link. So far, it's looking good for the Iowa Central ladies. Little things to improve on the offensive side of the ball to start the second quarter, but without a split second, that can definitely happen. McKinney going to start with it. Fountain at the top of the key. McKinney to the drive.
Who's going to go over to Fountain, top of the key?
Get outside to Dykstra. She's jammed in the corner. Frank now doing a good job with these pump fakes. Great ball movement. Finds Dykstra for a mid-range two. That'll make it 18-7. Dykstra started last year for the Iowa Central Tritons, led the team. 3-point percentage. Working down the court now. Looking at Brianne Majors. Brianne sets a nice little screen for her teammate, Kayla Mesa. Working outside. Melody, who didn't get the start, has been productive. Puts Dykstra on a nice spin move, shot clock violation. And they're actually going to call it travel, but it would have been a shot clock violation as well. So that's not a double-edged sword, but two swords in the eyes of one opponent. 18-7, Tritons will push the court. They take no time at all. Do you see how quick they got to the half-court line and kept rolling with it? Attacking inside now, Fountain. She stopped on the perimeter. It looks like she's calling a play. Let's see what they call here. Crooms kicking it out wide. Dykstra for three.
Oh.
Off the front of the rim. She's yet to make it from three.
Oh.
Ooh, foul called. So Jaden Frank, she'll go to the line and shoot for the Iowa Central Tritons.
I think this is a good opportunity here to see what happens. First shot up in the air. It is, going to kind of swivel around the rim there, but ultimately falls out. No good for the first shot. Here goes shot number two. Very good form, but unfortunately neither shot goes in. I'm going to get right back into the action here. Looks like number 10, Brian Majors, will be throwing us back in for the Yellow Jackets. Or the Golden Jackets. Yes.
Majors gets double teamed, and Frank going to jump on the ball. Let's see where they call it to. Going to stay with the Yellow Jackets. They will throw in. Majors to kick it outside. The Tritons going to stick with their full court press. Worked in the first quarter. McKinney going to keep it working. Ashley Fountain going to the net. Easy layup. 20-7. The only one that challenged her on that last shot was herself. Mental game when you're wide open like that. Another steal. Frank going to kick it down to McKinney. McKinney under the net, going over. 22-7. These guards are going crazy for the Iowa Central Tritons.
Defense looking really good for these gals here today.
Yeah, double team now, but here come the girls. Melody, Allo, going down, going up with it. They're going to call a travel against Graceland U. Excuse me. And a substitutions. Grooms will come out. Coming in for the Tritons is possibly one of the better for sure one of the better defensive players, but one of the better defensive players in all of the NJCAA, Nevaeh Galloway. Galloway's with it. She'll be double team. Swing it outside. Looking at Fountain now. Jammed in the corner. Double team. Yellow Jackets thinking they're smart with this double team. Not going to work against Nevaeh Galloway. She's going to find an opening crease, and that's all about basketball awareness right there, Link. Finding those open spots like a wide receiver would in football. 24-7, 7.5 minutes to go in the second quarter. Frank puts her hands in the air, cannot get the steal. Galloway Make it 3. 3 blocks. Wow. Taylor behind the back crossover. Wants the assist. Oh, Galloway didn't time the shot. Ooh, Dykstra, she came down a little awkward. She's okay. Looks like she's going to laugh it off with Nevaeh Galloway. That's good. You hate to see injuries, no matter the side, but, you know, Dykstra, especially one of our better shooters on the team. We have some substitutions. Fountain McKinney going to come out. Coming onto the court for the first time today, we are going to see Kayla Griffith. Got some nice playing time earlier. Carly West, she's going to check in as well. She's in the corner now. Carly driving. West throws one up.
Oh, almost was able to keep in possession, but no good. Go back over to the Yellow Jackets.
Alo now. Find a lady at the top of the key. It's Mavissa Moreno. Morena going down. Tritons attacking hard. Little lackadaisical on defense. They wanted them to shoot it. That's exactly what they did. Didn't fall through. Now the Tritons in a comfortable situation where they know that Graceland's struggling shooting the ball. That's why they're playing off, playing for the defensive rebound now. 24-7, 6.5.
3.
Make it 27-7. 20-point lead for the Iowa Central Tritons. Dykstra, you know, it's always nice to double check to make sure a player's okay after she went down with a possible injury. That for sure has made it clear that she's A-okay shooting the ball like that. 2-point basket, easy layup by Monia Watkins. West, her 3-point shot is up. Can't touch the net. It's going to be air ball and sent down to Graceland U. 27-9. Working outside. 3-point shot is up. Carly West is there for the board. West, look at the speed. Going down to Galloway. One-on-one.
Wow.
Finds Griffith. Easy left-handed layup. That'll make it 29-9. And now the ball movement is certainly kicked up here. Steal, Carly West. Pushing the court. Goes up with it. West gets her own board and goes back up. And one opportunity. You know, those are sometimes the reason why you want to miss your first attempt on a fast break opportunity if you're good enough to get your offensive rebound like Carly West is, because you could be fouled for an and one opportunity. That's what happened. The lefty going to the line for one.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, like we were talking about earlier, you know, we have such a good defensive team, and, you know, we have a few things to work with on offense, but just the way they're able to quickly adjust is very nice. A missed free throw there from West, but you know what? We're still doing all right, I think. We're going to get right back into the action here.
3-point shot off of the fast break, no good for the Yellow Jackets. 31-9, Griffith gets the board. Nevaeh Meister, she checked back in alongside Emma Sherrick for the Iowa Central Tritons. Carly West, nice drive, nice rebound, even better.
There goes Meister, top of the key.
Look at all the... Go ahead, Link, I'm sorry.
No, that's fine.
I was just going to add that, look at Meister, how much space she gives to the rest of the floor. Really opens up the offense for the Iowa Central Tritons. She plays point guard, but really she has a defensive mindset of a center. Bulldog mentality,
Yes.
Not the tallest Triton, but she'll come down with a lot of offensive and defensive rebounds. And, you know, she knows how to control the tempo as well, as it looks like Yellow Jackets, they want to create their own. They're going to burn their third timeout. The Tritons are yet to use a single one. The score, 31-9, with 4:46 left on the clock in quarter number 2. I got to tell you, folks, we're going to take a short break. We'll be back with more Triton basketball in a short few seconds.
For a place, a people, an idea, for right and freedom, for liberty and justice for all. For every square inch between fruited plains and spacious skies. Marines fight to win. See all the battles Marines fight to win at marines.com.
Welcome back, Triton Nation. We're getting ready to go here. We're halfway through quarter number 2, 4:45 left on the clock. The score, 31-9. If you just joined us, welcome. You're listening to Hank Ambrose and Link Clay for broadcast duties tonight. Up here in the booth in Hodges Fieldhouse, we're having a great time tonight. Tritons looking to extend their season to 2-0.
Yeah, you know, this is night 2 of a 5-night game streak here going on at Hodges Fieldhouse for the Tritons before they head to Minnesota. So don't want to miss that. The next games are going to be November 9th, 11th, and 17th. So be sure to check those out while they're here and the rest of the Iowa Central season. Number 22, Navia Galloway, going for her first free throw shot. Very nice. See if she can make shot number 2. Here we go. Up in the air. Just bounces off the front of the rim there.
Tritons now. They're back to playing defense here. Griffith around the perimeter. Ooh, geez. That pass was swung out wide and actually hit off the face of an Iowa Central Triton. She's okay and laughs it off. Griffith goes over there for some moral support. Galloway laughs it off with her. Oh, goodness. That was Isla Delic over there that had a hit to the face when the ball swung out of bounds. She's okay. 32-9. Let's resume basketball here. Hodges Fieldhouse. Carly West, nice save. Oh.
Right over the ref's head.
Yeah, no kidding. Everyone's getting hit out there. You know, you brought up a good point with the 5 home game stretch. That is so crucial in the game of basketball, all the momentum that playing at home can bring. Not only that, but this is the first time in 2 seasons where students get to come and watch and support the Iowa Central Tritons. We had a limited amount of people that could come in. Now fill up the house as much as you want in Hodges Fieldhouse, as we look to do all season. Nice steal there by Emma Sherrick. She'll push the court down to West. West goes up. Aggressive play. Foul was called. Looked like it was happening during. Oh, they're actually going to call a charge. Yeah, charge against the Iowa Central Tritons. Offensive foul. It's going to go over to Graceland. Sometimes that happens when you're just too tough, a little too strong. You knock some defensive players over on the opposing team, and going to cost you. 32-9, under 4 minutes to play in quarter number 2. And a steal by Meister as she stands alone, going up, bump fake, and it goes in. 34-9. Meister's first basket is good. Marissa Moreno now kicks it out wide. Top of the key, shot from 3.
Gonna be an air ball.
Checking in, Isla Delic. She'll come in for the Iowa Central Tritons. See what she can do in the white and blue. Meister pushing the court. Going to find Sherrick. Have another substitution for the Tritons. It's Chloe Lewandowski. Ooh. Ball's going to go out of bounds. It'll go to the Yellow Jackets. That pass was a little too strong. Dalek is on it. Oh, almost got a pickpocket steal. We were looking at a double team right now. Meister Griffith. Oh, Griffith got to find her girl. Luckily, the point guard did not find it on the Graceland side. Pushing outside. Not going to take the shot. She will drive. Looking like they're going to call a reach-in foul against the Tritons. It's their second team foul for the Iowa Central Tritons. Got a few more fouls to give before they're in bonus trouble. Meister trying to get a second steal on the night. Cooking outside now. Tritons, nice man defense. They're sagging off a little bit more to begin the second quarter as, you know, we've seen this team be a little low on their shot. Gonna have to throw that one off. Not a shot clock violation. 1-on-3 opportunity with Meister. She pushes the court behind the back. Not going to get it to go. Lewandowski gets the rebound, gets the bucket. 36-9. Wow. Perfect spot, perfect time. for the Iowa Central Tritons. Meister,
Oh,
her
turn
second
it
steal.
around.
Ooh, she's going to fall hard. And, you know,
Looks to be all right, though.
yeah, she's tough. You know, the ref didn't have to stop the play there, but Tritons, you know, they're in a bonus situation, so we'll see Meister take 2. Looks like we're going to see a substitution as well for the Iowa Central Tritons. Coming in, it's going to be Emily Hempstead. Not
Good
for sure
shot
who-
one. It's good. Let's go for this next one. I think we're going to be good.
Next one.
Just a little off. That's all right, though.
So Hempstead and Rachel Spoor will come in. Coming out, we'll see Nevaeh Meister come out alongside Chloe Lewandowski. So it's 37-9, 2:15 left in the second quarter. Can the Tritons hold the Yellow Jackets to under 10 points before the first half closes, Link?
I sure hope so. I want nothing but the best for this team. And as of right now, the lead says it all.
Grace Stewart at the top of the key, swinging it outside. Caitlin Smith is with it.
Out of bounds.
Brianne Majors now. She'll throw in for the Yellow Jackets. At the top of the key, push it outside. Caitlin Smith, still at the top key, will take a screen, take a shot off the weak side of the rim. It's going to be for the Iowa Central Tritons on the defensive board. Pushing outside now, stopped in transition.
Hempstead to the top of the key. Oh, close.
Rachel Spoor tried to get the offensive rebound. Looked like she was going to come down with it. Couldn't keep it in her hands. It'll roll out of bounds. Love the fighter mentality. A minute and a half to go in quarter number 2. Is it just me, or is this game came by really quickly, Link?
Time flies when you're scoring baskets, Hank.
Well, there you go. Let's see the call. Going to call it against the Yellow Jackets. Triton's going to be shooting at the line. It'll be Rachel Spoor.
First shot goes right off the side. Let's hope that we can change that with the second one.
So score 38-9. Here come the Yellow Jackets. Nice little Euro step. Going up, going in. Going to be an and one opportunity, 38-11. Good thing we didn't bet money on it.
Yeah, that's true.
Otherwise, they passed the 10-point marker. I thought the Tritons could do it, but they about did. But unfortunately, we got a minute 10 still left on the clock. Not saying that's a bad situation at all, especially with the score being what it is, 38-12 officially. Had to wait on that last bucket to go in or not. Dalek will push the court. Sherrick will lose it. Looked like she tried to move with it before she had caught the ball. Dalek with the steal.
Oh, man, here we go.
Goes up, goes in after the pump fake.
And there goes 40.
40-12. You have that right, Link, with 40 seconds to go in this half.
That's going to be an air ball for the Yellow Jackets.
Ooh.
Good fight there from the Tritons.
Not going to win it back over. Offensive rebound for the Yellow Jackets. Goes up. Caitlin Smith's shot doesn't go down. Dalek tried to keep it in bounds after she stole it nearly. She couldn't. It's going to bounce on the line. It's going back to the Yellow Jackets. 25 seconds remain in the first half. 19 on the shot clock. Rogers got it. Going outside. Ooh, steal. Here we go with Hempstead. Going to the lane. Hempstead goes up, and it goes down. 40-point difference in Hodges Fieldhouse. 10 seconds to go. Here we go with the Yellow Jackets. They pass half-court line. Shot opportunity is up. Block.
And Stoll.
Griffith with the block.
What a way to finish the first half.
That'll bring the score 42-12 at the end of half number 1. The Iowa Central Tritons are rolling over the Yellow Jackets from Graceland University. Their JV team, looking like Graceland. They may come out of this one in Fort Dodge, Iowa with 1 loss on the season. Tritons trying to push their lead 2-0. Tell you what, folks, we're going to take a quick break, but we got a halftime interview with Taylor McKinney. She's one of the best shooters on the team for the Iowa Central Tritons. We're going to show that halfway through the halftime show, and then we'll be back to cover the rest of the second half between me and Link Clay. We'll be back with more Triton Nation basketball.
During these tough times, Dwayne and I decided to skip some of our old rules and routines.
Like.
Skip fort training.
I see, Daddy.
Skip bedtime curfew.
But we're not skipping our children's well visits and recommended vaccines. Staying up to date helps protect them. So reach out to your child's doctor.
I see. Mr. Rogers said, look for the helpers. So you can always find people who are helping. Thank you to all the first responders who put their lives in danger to help us when my brothers and sisters and Mom and Dad and Grandpa and Grandma need them.
Thank you, first responders.
We look out for the helpers because they look out for us.
At the end of the day, this is what I signed up for as a first responder, and this is what I love to do. And I'm going to continue going to work day in and day out and providing help to those that need it.
Thank you, first responders. Thank you, first responders. Thank you, first responders. Love you. Mwah.
Be safe, look after yourself, and look after one another. Thanks.
For a place, a people, an idea, for right and freedom, for liberty and justice for all, for every square inch between fruited plains and spacious skies. Marines fight to win. See all the battles Marines fight to win at marines.com.
Welcome back, Triton Nation, as we watch the Triton girls take on the Graceland Yellow Jackets. And folks, if you're a fan of sports radio as myself, you ought to check out Hank's show, Moments with Mentalto. I'm actually with the host of Moments with Mentalto, Hank Ambrose. You want to tell us a little bit about that, Hank?
Yeah, for sure. Moments with Montalto every single Monday night on 88.1 The Point. It's at 6 p.m. I sit down with all the head coaches in the winter sports and also to cap off the fall sports for the Iowa Central teams over there. We have a great time talking with Coach Montalto. He always starts the show. And the other coaches as well. We're just adding the basketball and wrestling coaches and players for this week. But, hey, I want to talk about the halftime report. So far, Tritons unstoppable on defense. 3 total blocks for Nevaeh Galloway, 3 steals for Carly West. Taylor McKinney has 2, and the Tritons are cooking on offense as well. 42-12. I don't think it's the best offense they can play. Definitely have seen a little bit of ball movement issues. A few passes have been swung a little too hard and have gone out of bounds. Would you have to agree with that, Link?
I agree completely. I'll double down with that.
Yeah, they've swung out of bounds, gone a little too hard. So the Tritons, I think a little bit of their problem as well is they kind of can tell that they're the better team on offense compared to Graceland's defense, and I think they're just trying to attack the lane too quickly. They're trying to catch the ball and go right away. They're just moving before they catch the ball. We see that issue with wide receivers and tight ends in football at times. And you know what? It's a great game so far. Great environment in Hodges Fieldhouse. We got a lot of Triton fans in the crowd, as I can see, and I'm having a lot of fun with our crew up here. Something I'd like to see improve for the Iowa Central Tritons is maybe their perimeter shooting. There's no need to shoot the perimeter ball, and they really could just start milking the clock from here on out. It is a 30-point lead, for goodness sake. What's something you'd like to see in the second half for the Tritons, Link?
Oh, for sure. I'd love to capitalize on the lead a little bit more, and, I think our defense is pretty stellar right now, so that I think we can just leave as is. We could obviously see a little bit more on the offense side as we were talking about. Just take your time and, like you said, maybe milk the clock just a little bit and just really have some fun with the game. Just enjoy it.
That's what it's all about. It's great that we've started this game this season like we have, with possibly 2 wins on the season, because we got a lot of freshmen. Only 5 returning sophomores are on the team roster for the women's basketball team, and we have a lot of sophomores. I tell you what, folks, we have an interview lined up with Taylor McKinney. She's a sophomore for the Iowa Central women's team. We're going to kick it over to my interview that was pregame with her in just a short few seconds here. I got to tell you what, though, folks, before we head into this next half to play, I'd like to shout out my crew. Owen, he's running the camera today. We got AJ.
Welcome,
he
Triton
is over
Nation, to your
on the
halftime
scoreboard,
report.
and now Javi on producer. Here we go with the interview.
Our basketball player, Taylor McKinney, for the Iowa Central Tritons. Taylor, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh, I'm fantastic. It's really good to get to interview because, of course, we went to the same high school, Webster City, just 20 miles down the road, and now we found our way back to Iowa Central, still playing basketball, and I'm still commentating for you. So it's funny how history works like that.
Absolutely. It's been a ride.
It's been a ride, and we're going to kick off your sophomore season now. Played your first sophomore match the other night. Went well, got a huge victory to start the season, 1-0. Now you're going to be going up against Graceland University, their JV team, tonight. Before we get into talking about the game, I want to talk about preparation heading into this season. Now, what was the preparation like being the sophomore rather than a freshman now for the Tritons?
The being a sophomore is a whole different position than being a freshman, obviously, because now that we're only a 2-year, it's obviously being like a senior in high school. I had to be that leader. So the preparation was huge. Welcome all the freshmen, make sure that they get used to you, they get used to the whole team, and the ways that you prep. So it's definitely been different, but it's been nice that you're the sophomore, you get to be one of those leaders. So I've enjoyed it, and I hope the freshmen have too. I think we've all become a big part of each other's lives now, so it's been nice.
I talked with Coach O a little bit before the broadcast. He says one of the biggest transitions about high school to collegiate basketball is usually in high school there might be 1 or 2 really good players, collegiate players on the court, but in college ball, everyone's a college player, so it's a huge transition. You can't just put your best defensive player on a shooter like you or yourself. You got to kind of spread it out and play really good defense at all times. What are other big transitions when going to the collegiate level, Taylor?
You really got to prepare yourself, get in the gym. I think it's not difficult, but I think you have to mentally prepare yourself for the collegiate level. But you go in as you did a high schooler. You learn your role as you start playing. So I think you don't really have to really prepare yourself, but you have to recognize where you play the role on your team. Like you said, it's different because you have 1 or 2 players on your high school team where you're constantly you have 1 or 2 players moving on, but now you have everyone that has moved on, and now you're playing with them. So, like I said, you find your role on the team, and then you go from there. You figure out what's best, and so on.
Last year, a huge role player. We talked a little bit about Isabel West before we conducted the interview. She's moved on to Murray State.
Yep.
Great player. Led Iowa Central Tritons in scoring last season. She was up there back and forth between her and Nevaeh Galloway, and she was also an All-American for the Iowa Central Tritons. So
Absolutely.
Big props to her. Now, what's it like just having her set the bar so high for this basketball team? Who's going to be next up, do you think?
I'm not sure, man. She's one where you don't know. I mean, how do you compare someone to her? You know, she's first team All-American. She's got a basketball up in the Iowa Central gym. So, and I think that's really cool. She was a huge leader last year. I mean, she really set the bar high, as you said. And it was great to get to play with her for a year. And I was hoping she'd take her third year here, as COVID gave you that extra year. But yeah, I think she really set the bar high, and I couldn't tell you who's next. I mean, that's hard. She's, what'd you say, one of 18 players that moved on to D1, and I'm super proud of her. She's the one that I'm forever grateful that I got to play one of my seasons in Iowa Central with. So
for sure, you know, we recorded this interview pre-game, of course, before the game tonight. We're in halftime now. You guys are watching it right now. You know, how did you prepare against Graceland University's JV team when it comes to middle of the week type of basketball game? What was it like?
Well, to be honest with you, we didn't have much on them. This is their first game, and same as last night against Mount Marty. So our preparation is to prepare ourselves for our game and how we're going to come out and control their game. So honestly, it was more of get the little things out of them, maybe their set plays, just a couple things on a little bit of their personnel. But other than that, it's just more of let's prepare ourselves, let's get us ready for what we're going to do and how we're going to attack them. Mm-hmm. So we prepared ourselves last night, and then now, just before this interview, we just got done. So we're prepared. We're ready to go tonight and get another W.
Great to hear. Start off the season 2-0. Big chance to start the season 5-0 as well, as you got 5 straight home matches to start the 2021-2022 season.
Yes.
Now, I want to ask you not just about what it's like being able to play at home as a Triton, but to be able to get the fans back off of 2 past COVID seasons. What's it like, Taylor?
You know, I'm going to be honest with you. Coming into this season, I was most excited about having a crowd.
There you go.
That's all I was excited about. I mean, obviously getting to play basketball with teammates and stuff, but not having a crowd last year was rough, and I missed that since high school. So I think having a crowd is huge. It's big motivation, you know, gives you a lot of confidence. So that was what I was most excited about. And Iowa Central shows up. Man, they do. They really do. I love our crowds. So having my family there as well, family and friends that get to come, I don't have to worry about getting to pick who comes and who doesn't, which was tough last year. But having my family and stuff, that's huge. So yeah, and having 5 home games, that's also huge to prepare for the season. You know, they're non-conference, so they're not as huge as conference play, but they prepare you for those games coming up in December. And so we're ready to take those 5 home games and get us ready for the season.
Great. Well, I'll tell you what, thank you for stopping by for the halftime interview. You know, I have all of my guests, they talk a little bit about their season, coming out and supporting your team, and I leave the spotlight to them for the last question. So I'm going to be looking at that camera right there, and I'm going to let you spill out with your heart whatever you'd like to desire for this upcoming season, Taylor.
No, I just want to thank Iowa Central for giving me the opportunity to play for them, and let alone have everyone come out and support. So, and I also thank Hank Ambrose for having me on here.
Thank you, Taylor. Appreciate it. Good luck tonight. I'll see you throughout the rest of the season, and thank you for being a part of the show.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Welcome back, Triton Nation, as we watch the Iowa Central Gals take on the Graceland Yellow Jackets. Quite a big lead going on here at Hodges Fieldhouse tonight. I am Link Clay. I'm the color commentator for tonight's game. I'm going to pass it over to my good pal and main commentator of the night, Hank Ambrose. Take it away, buddy.
Hey folks, we're here in Hodges Fieldhouse having a great time in Fort Dodge, Iowa. The score 42-12. Tell you what, folks, if you don't know, the women's basketball teams in the NJCAA, they have 4 quarters rather than just 2 halves like the men's do. Each quarter they are 10-minute long. We only have the women's match tonight. Otherwise, the guys, they don't play until tomorrow. The Triton ladies, they're going to be back here on the 9th of November against Buena Vista's JV team for a 5 p.m. tip-off. Make sure you stick around for that. But I tell you what, the Triton girls, they're storming the court. They're ready to go. Our starting unit coming out there are the same players that started the game for us. We have Carly West. We have Fountain. We also have Frank. And I also see Autumn Dykstra and Nevaeh Galloway. They're going to be on the court. On the Graceland side, still waiting on their players to for sure come out, but once they do, I'll make sure to get their starting lineups for the start of half number 2. We're going to be underway here once again, tuned into Hank Ambrose and Link Clay on the call for the Iowa Central Tritons. Out there in uniform, I see Shania White, I see Brianne Majors, I see number 4, Caitlin Smith, I see Haley Crozier, and I see Grace Stewart. So that's actually the starting lineup that started today's game. And you know what? I can't say that it's been their most successful lineup as a score. 42-12 so far for the Iowa Central Tritons. They do have the lead. Been very impressive early on. Graceland, this is their first game of the season. So, you know, I think it's fair to expect a little bit of latency to see if they can come back into this one and play some good basketball. Can definitely happen. A whole lot of basketball left. 20 minutes of game time, you can for sure come back. We've seen much crazier, haven't we, Link?
We've seen it all in all the sports that we cover, Hank.
Hey, speaking of crazy, you know what I'm about to say, Link?
I think I have an idea of what you're going to say.
Every weekday morning, Love Mornings with Hank and Link on 88.1 The Point. We have a morning show on 88.1 The Point every weekday morning. We go and we laugh through the funniest segments, and we play the best alt hits on 88.1 The Point. It's so much fun. Have to join us.
Only the best for everyone.
A lot of fun segments. We, if you like our commentary tonight, then you are for sure to love our show. And here we go. We're underway. Fountain's going to start. Kick it out to Dykstra. Fountain is kind of who gets the ball the most here in the Triton offense. She's going to look for the most assists on the night. Not leading yet. Fountain kicking out wide to Dykstra. Fine Galloway. She's down low. She's open. Turnaround jumpers up. No good for the Tritons. Yellow Jackets now at the top of the key, going to go low. Crozier's with it. Steal early, just 30 seconds into half number 2. Fountain. She's driving down. She's going to stop the tempo, actually. They're going to call a travel against Fountain. Some fundamental basketball. That's going to happen as well a lot, too, early on in the season. We're going to see that improve from this one through the season to the midseason and hopefully stay with a lot of good consistency by the end of the season. Like if you didn't know, the Tritons, they come to this one ranked number 16th in the NJCAA for women's basketball. And I tell you what, with their lead right now, they could jump up a few spots. It's looking good. Shania White stuck in the corner, going to dish it out. Grace Stewart, possession of the basketball. Had a three-pointer earlier. She's driving. Stewart kicking it out. One thing I wanted to see with these Triton girls is better three-point defense. That's for sure has happened at the start of this game. As we are starting second half. Frank, pump fake, going outside. Dykstra for 3. Here it goes. Going to get stuck in the corner. Galloway, offensive board over the rim. Going to remain at 42.
Yeah, going around the horn here, looking for an opportunity maybe to get a three-pointer here. Let's see what happens. Good defense, though. Turned over for the Tritons there. It's going to be Mountain up for the rebound, or the, excuse me, the word escapes me.
The layup.
Yes. Brain's a little fried.
And there's a rebound. Galloway's going to jump on it. She's actually going to lose it. A steal for the Yellow Jackets. Crozier's shot goes up, and it's blocked by Fountain. Kicking it down low. Now outside. Crozier's with it. Carly West playing defense. And Fountain with another steal. That's her second of the second half. Fountain's shot is up. It's
nice
a layup.
there.
L-A-Y-U-P, Link. It's a layup right there off the backboard, 46-12. I love you, bud. I'm just
Yeah,
giving a hard time. It happens from time to time with broadcasters. I had a hard time. I believe I fumbled over a three-pointer yesterday, which is, in my opinion, worse because it's literally shows up on the scoreboard. They don't necessarily say layup, so it happens from time to time. I get you. Well, the score, 46-12. We're going to take a quick timeout because they take a timeout on the court. We'll be back after this message for more Triton Nation Sports. Come back to me here on Triton Nation's YouTube channel.
Dear humans, I stand here today not for myself, but for every tail wagger, sloppy kisser, and curtain ninja. I stand here for each one of the thousands of dogs and cats killed in shelters each day, asking you to join our cause and help us make sure every best friend has a chance to meet one of their own. With Best Friends Animal Society leading the charge and your help, we can save them all.
Welcome, Triton Nation, back to Hodges Fieldhouse tonight. We got quite the game in store for you. Triton girls taking on the Yellow Jackets from Graceland University. I am Link Clay. I'm the color commentator for tonight's game. But as you know, I can't do it by myself, so I'm going to hand it over to my good pal and lead commentator, Hank Ambrose. Take it away.
Well, Link, I appreciate you bringing me back in after the break. Graceland, they're going to start with possession of the basketball. The score, 46-12. Yet to see a bucket 2.5 minutes into the start of the second half. Crozier's with it at the top of the key. Contested by Frank, and now Carly West going up to play defense. That defensive presence too strong on the Triton side. Pushing the court now. Looking down for Carly West. She's going to try to swing it over to Frank. She'll lose it. Galloway will hold on to the ball. They're going to say it's going to be a foul against Graceland. Good sportsmanship. You love to see that on the court. We saw Caitlin Smith help out Galloway. Tritons will inbound it on the Yellow Jacket side. Dykstra wide open for three. She will take. Goes up, goes in. Iowa Central Tritons. First three-pointer of the start of the second half. 49-12, 7:10 on the clock remaining in the third quarter.
You know, I really enjoy listening to our commentators down on the floor say whenever we get a three-pointer for the Tritons there, it's always fun to hear them go three. So.
Oh, Brownie, yeah. Brownie, he's a PA man for the Iowa Central Tritons, covers all the home athletics for them. We'll see him during the baseball, the softball, the football season that is yet to wrap up. We have a game this Saturday against Grandview JV. Make sure you check out the Tritons. They'll be in Dodger Stadium in Fort Dodge, Iowa. They're going to have a noon kickoff and make it there in person. Wear blue, go Tritons. If you can't make it there in person, you don't have to wear blue. You can sit it at home and wear whatever you like. But tune in to myself. I'll be commentating that game on Triton Nation's YouTube channel. Live stream will start at about 11:55 sharp.
Yes. Not a minute early, not a minute late.
49-12, 6.5 minutes to go. Frank's shot is up. Long distance. I like the shot. I like the idea. Galloway now. Got some Triton open. Dykstra in the corner. She just had a three-point shot. She's going to try another. Off the front of the rim. Oh. 49-12. Still looking for the first point scored in the second half for Graceland. In a steal. Carly West.
Steal.
West goes north.
Oh, I like that. I like that.
Too easy. Easy money for Carly West. 51-12. She even stopped and waited for some players to catch up before she made it. You notice that, Link?
A very lady move there. Very nice, very polite.
51-12, 5:56 left in the third quarter. Have some substitutions. Carly West to come out with her pal teammate, with Autumn Dykstra. Coming on for the Iowa Central Tritons, we have a few substitutions. Griffith to come on for the Tritons. Galloway also checked out. I missed her. My apologies. So we have Griffith coming on. We have Grooms coming on. And we also have...
Oh, that's going to go for a three.
We have a three-point shot. Wow. The second of the game for the Yellow Jackets. Also on the court for the Iowa Central Tritons, Emma Sherrick. So that's 51-15. Nice little pump fake by Frank. Oh, geez, tongue twister. Pump fake by Frank. Push it down for Groom. She'll kick it outside. Taking the shot is up. It's good. Right back at you. 54-15. You make a three-pointer. The Tritons will too. 5:15 left in the third quarter. Tritons are dominant. Cooking outside.
Just a little short there for that three.
And that was a heat check. She made the last one, tried to make the second one. No bueno.
Well, hopefully we could get the next three-pointer for the Tritons.
Pushing down the court. Pass intended for Crooms. It'll be stolen by number 20 on the Yellow Jacket side. It's Grace Stewart. Brianna Majors now.
Oh.
Top of the key, steal. Here we go. Frank in transition. Wide open lane. Oh. That was free lunch, and she just coughed it right up. Sometimes basketball is a mental game as well.
Yeah.
That happens from time to time. Let's keep playing. 54-15. See, right back there, we saw an air ball. Another mental mistake. It happens from time to time. Ball will go out of bounds. It's going to stay with Graceland. We have some substitutions. Frank, we'll see Frank and Fountain come out. Taylor McKinney and Nevaeh Meister to come in. A timeout was called on the Graceland side. The Tritons yet to burn one timeout in this one, as we've seen a total of 4 now for Graceland. We're going to take a short break and be back more with Triton basketball. 54-15, 4:15 left in the third quarter. We'll be back after this break.
For a place, a people, an idea, for right and freedom, for liberty and justice for all. For every square inch between fruited plains and spacious skies. Marines fight to win. See all the battles Marines fight to win at marines.com.
Welcome back to Triton Nation here as we host the Triton Gals playing against the Graceland Yellow Jackets. But we can't just do this alone as a production crew. We also have to have a sponsor break here. So I'm going to leave that up to Hank here.
Well, I'd like to thank everyone for checking out the broadcast, but also thank our sponsors. Thanks to our sponsors of today's broadcast, CNOS at Unity Point Improving Health. Proud sponsors of Iowa Central Athletics. Thank you guys for being proud sponsors of Triton Nation. Really appreciate it. 54-15 is your score with 4:15 on the clock in the third quarter. Just tune in the broadcast. Welcome. Listen to Hank Ambrose and Link Clay on the call for the Tritons. Here we go. Marissa Moreno will check in for the Yellow Jackets, swinging out wide. Tritons got some sub players in. There's Taylor McKinney, who I had the interview with at halftime. She's had a successful day thus far. Sherricks almost went up for a block, almost got it. Second attempt on the defensive chance, no. Foul will be called, and the Yellow Jackets will go to the line.
For the free throws, we have number 33, Melody Allo. Here we go. First shot goes up. It is in. Now for number 2. Here we go. Both made it in. Score now 54-17.
Nevaeh Meister now. She'll push up the court. Pass in half court. Meister's with it at the top of the key. Going down low to Sherrick. Sherrick, hop jumper, go up. Ooh, they're going to call a travel. That was close. That was close. You know, I like the idea. Sherrick had a nice little hop jumper there. They're going to call a travel. I don't know. It was close, but I'm going to agree with the referee. Marissa Moreno now, kicking out to the corner. Got shoved. They're going to say it remains with the Yellow Jackets. That was Emma Sherrick's third personal foul, her third team. Shot is up. No good. Griffith comes down with the rebound. She gets double teamed instantly. You know, Graceland, they haven't had a full court press this game. We have seen some double teams be sent on a few of our Triton key players, but right there I think was the first time they tried to install some man defense. Going to work for them because it was a jump ball opportunity. It goes straight back to the defense. We don't do a jump ball in women's basketball in the NJCAA here. Going outside, Taylor McKinney at the top of the key tried to save one. Hits off the front of the rim. Meister got the defensive board. Ooh, aggressive play. I like the mentality on Graceland's side. It was Grace Stewart. McKinney now in the corner. She's going to go central. Back to Sherrick. Sherrick will take it for herself off the near side of the rim. Rebound for the Iowa Central Tritons going to be called as a travel. Going back to Graceland. 54-17 is your score with 3:05 left in the third quarter. Graceland looking for life. They've done a better job thus far in the third quarter stopping the Tritons on offense, but going to have to pick it up even more if they want the victory. Here we go, working outside. Meister with it. Griffith, going to get around Griffith. Hop jumpers up. Going to be called on the shooting foul. We will see the Yellow Jackets go back to the line. It'll be Marissa Moreno.
Yeah, so let's see what we can do here. Still 54-17 on the scoreboard here. They have an opportunity to enhance their score here. Let's see what we can do. There goes shot number one. It's going to kind of bounce off the backboard there. Let's see what happens with number two. Here we go. It's going to bounce right off the back again. We're going to get right back into the play there.
Ooh,
out of bounds.
Brownie, is that the play of the game? Look at that one-headed snag by the PA man. Brownie, you see that?
I believe we have a substitute coming in.
Brownie, one of my favorite characters here at Iowa Central Community College.
Great guy. Great guy.
McKinney with it. Going to go down low. We'll find Griffith. And now Crooms on the shot. Ooh, off the side of the backboard. It's going back to Graceland. 2:20 left on the clock in the third quarter. Working down the court. Melody Allo is up and no good. Stewart tried to keep it in, but she stepped out of bounds with it. It'll go to the Iowa Central Tritons. Kayla Griffith bounce it in to Meister. That's what I was talking about earlier. Meister, great job sticking at the top of the key, provides a lot of space for this Iowa Central women's basketball team. She opens up the offense greatly with that. Have yet to tack inside. Meister going to be the first to step into the half circle. Three-point shot by Meister, off target. 54-17. I like to try to pull the trigger. We'll see a substitution. Tessa Grooms coming on. Chloe Lewandowski coming out. Jarek with it, trying to play some good defense. Minute and a half to go. Graceland is jammed in the corner. Shot is up. Melody, no. After the second attempt on the offensive board, Brianne Majors will put it in for the Yellow Jackets. That'll bring the score 54-19. Coming up, coming down, Kayla Griffith. Her shot is good, 56-19. If we take away the first half score, this is a much closer matchup, Link.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, Triton still got quite a bit of a lead on them, but Graceland making their best efforts to come back. And not to mention, Galloway, the national leader in blocks shots last spring as a freshman, recorded 3 blocks and also grabbed 6 rebounds. Ashley Fontaine, a freshman newcomer, added 4.6 rebounds, 4 assists, and 3 steals. I mean, look at that. Kayla Griffith, another freshman, scored 6 points off the bench. So
That was
impressive stuff there.
Yeah, that was last night. And of course, Galloway had 3 blocks in the first half, so her tirade is going to resume here in a Triton uniform. 3 seconds remaining on the clock here in the third quarter. Trying to go up with it. Not going to be successful. Foul going to be called on Kayla Griffith. That was her second, if you heard Brownie say that or not. 58-19, 2 seconds to go.
There goes the shot. It's good.
So the Yellow Jackets get to 20, Link.
They're coming along. Both good.
Going to be quick here for the Iowa Central Tritons. Let's see if they even try it. Meister takes a shot from half court. Ooh! Was a bank shot. I love the try by Nevaeh Meister. Not today, though. We still have one more quarter to play here in Hodges Fieldhouse. I tell you what, folks, it's been great so far. I've been having a fun time. Hasn't been a very close contest, but still looking like we're going to be celebrating tonight on this fine Tuesday.
I think so.
Tell you what, we're going to close out the rest of the game and give you guys the post-game report after a word from our sponsor.
Mr. Rogers said, look for the helpers. So you can always find people who are helping. Thank you to all the first responders who put their lives in danger to help us when my brothers and sisters and mom and dad and grandpa and grandma need them.
Thank you, first responders.
We look out for the helpers because they look out for us.
At the end of the day, this is what I signed up for as a first responder, and this is what I love to do. And I'm going to continue going to work day in and day out and providing help to those that need it.
Thank you, first responders. Thank you, first responders. Thank you, first responders. Love you. Mwah.
Be safe, look after yourself, and look after one another. Thanks.
Welcome back, Triton Nation. We're going to be covering the rest of the game today in Hodges Fieldhouse. If you just joined us, welcome to the broadcast. Listen to Hank Ambrose and Link Clay on the call for the Iowa Central Tritons. The score is 58-21 to start the fourth quarter. 10 minutes left in this one. The Tritons have been dominant so far. Once again, I'd like to thank my crew for helping me out. We got AJ. He's over there. He is on the graphics and the scoreboard. Owen is on camera, and Javi, he's producing this one. So shout out to my guys up here in the booth. Thank you all very much. I'd like to also thank my sponsors, CNOS at Unity Point Improving Health, proud sponsors of Iowa Central Athletics. Thank you guys so very much for sponsoring the broadcast. And now McKinney's with it at the top of the key. She was the one that I got to interview at halftime and pregame. Talked about this season thus far. 3-point shot by Jarrett goes in. Swoosh. 61-21. We got a nice little breeze up here in the booth after that swish, Link. Here we go. Kayla Griffith gets another steal. That's her second. Oh, and travel. I thought it was going to be an and one opportunity. She did pick up the ball, and I guess they're saying she moved a little bit with it. Taylor McKinney going to be subbed out. Coming back on the court, Emily Hempstead. 61-21, the 16th ranked Iowa Central Tritons are toppling over the Yellow Jackets. 9:15 on the clock now. Graceland still looking for offense. Triton offense was actually slowed down a little bit. Not their defense, though. Here comes Meister. She'll get a bucket and a steal. Add it to her total, 63-21. That's her 5th point of the day. Nice drive by Rozier, going to get cut short by Griffith, who just got the steal. See some substitutions, some freshmen coming on for the Iowa Central Tritons. We will see Emma Sherrick joined alongside Rachel Spohr. I tell you what, it's important we get to see some of these freshmen play the first time in a Triton uniform, and for them to build an identity early on in the season especially is huge to gain confidence to play the rest of the 2021-2022 season. Floater attempt is up, no good. Next one was up. And the Tritons eventually get the defensive board. Spoor going to kick it over to Jarek. Delic kick it outside, going down now. Spoor is stopped. Ooh, taking the screen, rolling outside. Finds a wide open Hempstead. Front of the rim, no good. Griffith gets the offensive board. Post up jumper, there we go, 65-21. Kayla Griffith is heating up here to start the fourth quarter. Has a steal and has 2 points on the board. Would have been 2 if that travel didn't happen. A little controversial, but it's okay here. Once again, didn't know, folks, we're located in Fort Dodge, Iowa for Iowa Central. And if you missed any of the broadcasts tonight, that's okay. Check me out on my coach's show, Moments with Montalto, every single Monday night at 6 p.m. on 88.1 The Point. I sit down with all of the coaches and a few players as well, a part of the Triton coaching staff. When we talk about their respective sports, we have football, volleyball. We got both basketball teams and coaches and wrestling being added to the mix this upcoming week. Three-point shot is good, 65-23.
Here we go, top the key now, over to Hempstead. Let's see what we can do. Back over to number 4, that is Elijah Knight. Looked like that went out of bounds, I think. Maybe thrown in back by the Yellow Jackets. 7 minutes remain on the score clock here. Pretty good lead for the Tritons, wouldn't you say, Hank?
Yeah, the Tritons, you know, not a great competition in this one for Graceland's JV team, but at the same time, I'm not bashing on them. It is their very first game of the season. They're still trying to get used to playing with each other. We're going to see them again this season. Hopefully, it's a little bit closer. The Tritons, though, what I do really like, I've already said, is we get to see some freshmen, some sub players come on and play for this team. Rachel Spoor gets a bucket off the backboard, 67-23. That was smooth off the back of the net. Holy smokes, way to go, Spoor. Here she goes now with Hempstead. Almost got the interception working her way. Pushing the court. Melody gets charged with the double dribble. Get that out of here, 67-23. Some substitutions as well for the Iowa Central Tritons. Spoor's coming out with Griffith coming onto the court. We are going to see Chloe Lewandowski and Tessa Grooms. 6.5 minutes remain. Triton ball. They'll kick outside. Ooh. Melody, aggressive defense. Tritons now working the perimeter. Sherrick's pass is stolen. Spot up jumper off the front of the rim, offensive board. That's something I've noticed that's also been a lot better for the Yellow Jackets. They've surprised me with a few offensive rebounds as well. And when you show success early on as a good rebounding team, that'll carry over for sure. Now, you got to have some good defense to be a good rebounding team to provide you the opportunity, but maybe not too much of the defensive side of the ball I've seen so far for the Yellow Jackets, but a few times they've outmanned our girls for sure on the rebounding side of things. So that'll make it 67-23, 5.5 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. Working the court now in the corner. Going the other way, Caitlin Smith. Poking the ball free was Hempstead. Could not stay in bounds. Backcourt violation. Against the Yellow Jackets, Tritons getting the ball back with 5:15 on the clock. Now, Link, I got to know, what do you want to see close out by the end of this Tuesday night contest?
I'd love to see us get over 75. That's what I want to see.
Very doable. 8 points away from that. 5 minutes left on the clock. I can't see why that can't happen.
Oh, I know it can happen.
And now, Derek's shot is up. No good. Working the other way now. Yellow Jackets find a lady in the corner. going to be stopped at the top of the key now. Melody, Allo, goes up, doesn't come down. Goes into the hands of Isla Delic. Delic, she'll push the court, crossing the half-court line. Grooms goes to the basket. Ooh, hard foul. Put her shoulder down, and I said it before, sometimes that happens when you're an offensive powerhouse. Putting your shoulder down low, driving a player over, you're going to get called for a driving foul here and there. And it looks like we're going to see a timeout called for the Yellow Jackets. I tell you what, for the closing of this game, we have 4.5 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. Stick with us on Triton Nation's YouTube channel.
Dear humans, I stand here today not for myself, but for every tail wagger, sloppy kisser, and curtain ninja. I stand here for each one of the thousands of dogs and cats killed in shelters each day, asking you to join our cause and help us make sure every best friend has a chance to meet one of their own. With Best Friends Animal Society leading the charge and your help, we can save them all.
Welcome back, Triton Nation, as we watch the Triton Gals lead hugely, to say in lightest form, going against the Graceland Yellow Jackets. I'm going to hand it over to my friend and commentator here, Hank Ambrose.
67-23 is your score here in Hodges Fieldhouse. The Triton girls are looking phenomenal so far to open their season. You know, more than likely they're going to move to 2-0 on the season. Now, anything's possible, but I don't know.
I think it's a pretty safe bet.
Maybe everything isn't possible, Link. That's not for sure. What is definitely something that will always be possible and will always happen is having a good time with our morning show.
That's
Love
right.
Mornings every weekday morning on 88.1 The Point with Hank and Link. We play the best alt hits and laugh through the funniest of segments as every weekday morning from 6 to 8. Check us out on 88.1 The Point.
KICB.
Marissa Moreno now driving. Oh, almost got stolen out of her hands by Lewandowski, but Lewandowski not quick enough on her cat-like reflexes. Substitution for the Tritons. We're going to see Rachel Spoor check back in. Coming out is Tessa Grooms. Isla Delic now. Push the court. Tritons, we're going to begin to see them take a little more time off the clock, take a little more time to push down low. Here we go. Ooh, miscommunication between her and Emma Sherrick. They're going to go down. Ooh, and one opportunity goes up. Does not go down for the Yellow Jackets.
Yep, and now it looks like we're going to have a little bit of a free throw going on here for the Yellow Jackets. Looks like that's going to be Marissa Moreno. See what happens here. Going for shot number one. Just a little short there. Back into the game we go with Hemestad leading the charge. Side of the key there.
67-23 is your score here. Delic's shot is up. She's wide open.
Oh.
Bounces around the rim. Not going to fall, but free throw opportunity now for the Iowa Central Tritons.
Yeah, I thought that three-pointer there had a lot of potential there. That's going to be number 40 for the Tritons. Chloe Wadonsky going there. First shot is good. Second shot. Oh, just a little close there.
Hey, folks, we're just a few minutes away between now and the wrap-up of our game. I'd like to give a quick shout-out to our sponsors. CNOS at Unity Point Improving Health. Proud sponsors of Iowa Central Athletics. Thank you so much for sponsoring the broadcast and all you do for our little town of Fort Dodge, Iowa. Okay, 3.5 minutes to play. The score, 68-23. Going to be a reach in. No, it's going to be jump ball, actually. So what that means is they turn the ball over since in women's NJCAA basketball, if there's a jump ball that does happen, necessarily the jump ball doesn't happen. I don't know how to describe that without saying that if two different players from opposing teams put their hands on the ball, that would normally lead to a jump ball, as we see in high school for men's and women's. But here, it just leads to a result in turnover. Delek now going to go over on the shot. That was Lewandowski that went up with it. Not going to go down. It'll remain the same, 68-23. Rachel Spoor in the corner, going to give it up now. Find Hempstead at the top of the key. Here goes the Tritons starting to milk the clock. Double team now going against Delek. Double team against Spoor. Here we go. Steal. Going to push the court. Going down. Coming up with it. No good. Rachel Spoor, who had it stolen from her, going to get away with the rebound. Delek now. Nice handoff. Crossover. Way to go. Double teamed. Oh, do it to him. Delek. That was one of my favorite plays of the game so far. Trying to keep it in bounds was Melody. She does just that. 2.5 minutes remain in the fourth and final quarter to play in Fort Dodge, Iowa. Pushing the court. Spoor's on. Man defense. Titans playing tight, not on the force side. A rebound now, Lewandowski. Isla Delek. At the top of the key, kick it outside. It's Hempstead's shot. Up and over the rim. Going to keep it at the same score. But got a trickery up our sleeve. Those Iowa Central Tritons came away with a steal and 2 points. That'll bring it to 70-23. Now, you said you want to see the Tritons get to 75. They're 5 points away from doing that, Link. Anything else you'd like to see?
Keep going from there. If we can make 75, why not 85?
Oh, good call, Link. Good call.
I like to stay optimistic.
Very optimistic. Go Tritons. I love the mentality. That's why you're one of my favorite co-commentators, man.
Thank you very much, Hank.
70-23. We'll see Hempstead check in for the Iowa Central Tritons on the inbound pass. Talking it over with the scorekeepers. Got something going on with the scoreboard. Not for sure on the issue. It looks like we actually had a beverage spill on the court. Not on the court, but off to the side of the court over on Graceland's side. So we got some towels and some jackets and had a head trainer go and check that out. So substitution for Graceland coming on, Caitlin Smith. And now, Sherrick shot in the corner, over the rim. Working the other way. Top of the key, off to the side of the rim on the weak side. Tritons jump on it. Say both teams went up for the ball. And it's going to go back to the Iowa Central Tritons. Hempstead to throw in. Dalek will be on the inbound. Folks, exactly 1 minute remaining here in Hodges Fieldhouse. 25 on the shot clock. Tritons can take their time. They won't. They'll push the court. Going down. 72-23. Now, there's no reason to take a three-pointer if you're the Iowa Central Tritons, but if they want to help Link out on our bet, they most certainly can.
Let's hope they make a three.
Sherrick will get the steal. She's going to keep it on. Going to be a foul against the Yellow Jackets. Triton's going to keep it. Sherrick to pass it in to Delek. 35 seconds remaining on the court. Got 25 on the shot clock. Kicking outside. Hemptez's shot is up. That was the three-point you needed. The Tritons win it back. Delek is open. She'll shoot from three.
Oh.
Up the front of the rim. Did you fall over, Link? Oh, goodness.
Almost. Lean out of the crow's nest there, Hank.
Yeah. Sound like you fell over in my headset. Like 72-23. Tell you what, folks, if you love our commentary, you'd love our morning show. Love Mornings with Hank and Link every weekday mornings on
KICB 88.1 The Point.
Absolutely, 6 to 8. Your music alternative. Link loves the morning show. He's doing the liner.
Absolutely love doing radio.
Now, I love radio too, but I also love the Iowa Central Tritons, and I love this victory they're about to get in 15 seconds. 72-20. Let's see the shot. 25. There you go. I had to make sure before I said the exact score. 72-25 is your score. That's for sure going to extend the lead after their first game they played, which, what a way to do so. They had an excellent game this past week as well. 67-50 victory, of course. Oh, over and back. A backcourt violation with the final second on the clock. That doesn't happen often.
Well, thank goodness we only have 1 second remaining.
Yeah, didn't really even need to call that, but they did. 72-25 is a score. You know, what I've been most impressed with is from the mental standpoint for the Iowa Central Tritons. They knew that they didn't have a lot of tape. They had to prep really well. Obviously, they did to get the victory, 72-25 against them. You know, they just improved their record, 2-0 on the season. Their next home match will be against Buena Vista's JV team. That will be on the 9th of November. You know, a big improvement, 67-50 compared to 72-25. What'd you like to see from the broadcast tonight, Link?
You know, the whole game was just great. We came out, guns blazing. We were ready to go. So.
Well, I'll tell you what, go Tritons, and I tell you what, thank you so much for checking out the broadcast. One more time, I'd like to thank our sponsors, CNOS at Unity Point, Improving Health, and proud sponsors of Iowa Central Athletics. And tell you what, you guys do so much for us. I really appreciate it. But before we go, I'd like to also thank our broadcast boys in the booth. Boys in the booth, AJ, Javi, and Owen. They ran some graphics. They ran the scoreboard. They also produced. That was Javi, our producer of the show. Otherwise, we're going to be signing out, Triton Nation, for our next broadcast. We'll catch you later.